The CBS Big Ten Game of the Week has already been played. Yeah, you're watching video from the EA College Football video game. We actually simulated this game 20 times. We already know who wins. Ohio State came away with the victory 16 times. Now, thankfully, though, none of this is real. There's only one game, and it's at 3:30 Saturday on CBS. Let's break down this game with our 24/7 Sports insiders. I guess we're starting here with Dave Biddle from Bucknuts.com. And Dave, let's just start with the matchup that everybody is keeping their eyes on, and that's, of course, Iowa's defense versus Ohio State's offense. So, how does Ohio State's offense win that battle?
It's going to be tough because, Iowa always has a tough defense, and this might be, right up there with some of the best they've had in the last 10 years with Higgins coming back as one of the best linebackers in the country. They're very physical up front. They've got one of the best defensive coordinators in the country in Phil Parker. And the last couple of weeks, Emily, Marshall and Michigan State both, I don't say exposed, but at least were able to move the ball maybe more than expected on Ohio State's defense. So this will certainly be Ohio State's toughest test of the season. Low bar, but this will be a tough test for Ohio State's offense. I think Ohio State over 60 minutes will be able to overwhelm Iowa to a certain degree, but certainly Ohio State, this will be their toughest test of the season so far.
Somebody that will probably overwhelm this Iowa defense. You see their points per game. It's first over the past 3 seasons in 14 points, but I don't look at any of that when I watch highlights from a freshman wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith. So Dave Biddle, how much is Iowa going to have their hands full with that talent?
Yeah, he's very good. It's really impressive, Emily, because we've seen so many great receivers come through Ohio State, but very few have played a lot as a true freshman, let alone start. Guys like Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't see the field till their last game of their freshman year. Jackson Smith and Jigba, guys like that, Chris Olave. Garrett Wilson might be the one exception to that rule, but he wasn't playing nearly as much as Jeremiah Smith. And he looks like he's straight out of Central Casting. If you were creating a wide receiver, 6'4", 215, he uses his size, he uses his strength, and then when he catches the ball, he runs like he's a scat back. So he's a big problem, but if you do try to double him, Ohio State's got other weapons, not just their running backs, but other receivers like Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, who are playing well. So it's a pick your poison situation, but this will be a tough test for Ohio State.
Certainly will. We've discussed this veteran Iowa defense, but Ohio State can kind of say the same thing, right, Dave? They have a lot of experience on their defense. What makes that unit so strong?
Yeah, it's a really good defense. I thought they were going to be an excellent defense even before they got Caleb Downs to transfer in, and that was maybe the missing piece. They kind of, as defensive coordinator Jim Knowles said, they didn't really activate him till last week. He played the first 3 games, but you saw the difference last week against Michigan State, just how he triggers and how great he is at tackling in the open field. No surprise. Anybody who's watched his career, he was 5-star. Then he goes to Alabama, leads Alabama in tackles as a true freshman. That never happens, especially during the Saban era. 107 tackles at Alabama as a true freshman, SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He's made a big difference for this defense. And this defense overall, very talented, very deep. The one thing to keep an eye on is the linebackers. The linebackers, they're not a weakness, but they're maybe not as good as people expected. Can this Ohio State linebacking crew, especially this week against a very good offensive line, a very good rushing offense, a great running back in Kaleb Johnson, how will Ohio State's linebackers hold up in this game? I'm very curious about that.
You know what? This has been a very one-sided conversation, so we need to bring in David Eicholt from Hawkeye Insider to talk a little bit more about this. And while we're on the subject of this Ohio State defense, that of course begs the question, how will Iowa's offense attack this? And David, outside of scoring 32 points a game and just scoring more points this year, what's different and better about this Tim Lester offense?
Yeah, I think they're prioritizing spacing. I think that's been really, really important. The receivers have a much better route tree than in previous years. And on top of that, the offensive line is just healthy. I think they've really done a nice job of utilizing the inside zone, mid zone, and even throwing in some Green Bay Packer-like offensive schemes, especially when they try to get to the outside. The toss play with Kaleb Johnson has been absolutely lethal for them this year. And just to put in perspective of how much they prioritize spacing and they utilize the wide receivers as far as run blocking, against stacked boxes this season, Kaleb Johnson is averaging 11 yards a carry on 22 overall carries and 6 touchdowns. It's absolutely insane. And the big key for Iowa is if they can get to that second level, it at least gives Kaleb Johnson a chance to make that one cut, utilize his vision and his breakaway speed. And his health has also been a big reason for his success too. Missed a little bit of last year with an ankle injury and really was never back to himself, as far as Iowa running back coach Liddell Bett said. So the passing offense is still a work in progress, might be putting it politely, but that rushing attack has been absolutely dominant for them this season. But of course, their biggest test is going to be this weekend against Ohio State.
Something we can always count on with Iowa is their strong defense. And Dave and I were chatting a little bit earlier about just how many weapons they have to deal with. It's not just Jeremiah Smith and his crazy one-handed grabs down the sideline. There's a whole lot of problems, but Iowa has a defense that has a lot of experience. So how can they slow down this prolific and highly skilled Iowa State offense? David?
I'm very happy I'm not Phil Parker this weekend. Why don't you just put it that way? Because it really is kind of a pick your own poison here. I think what Iowa's going to do is they're going to try to at least slow down or limit the two-headed monster in Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson. Look, Iowa's entire offense and defense scheme is about running the football and stopping the run. And you could go all across the line as far as Ohio State. I think they at least have 9 NFL draft picks on their offense. So I think the best idea for Iowa is to not really blitz too much. I think their defensive line has to dominate in the trenches, and they have to put as much pressure on Will Howard to make plays. And this has been a very interesting year for Iowa's defense. I mean, they usually are so great in limiting explosive plays, but they've given up 3 plays of 60 yards or more through the air this season. Not very Phil Parker-like. And the other side of it, too, is Iowa's cornerback, too, is going to be very, very tested in this matchup. I imagine Jamari Harris is going to be on Egbuka, which means, either Deshaun Lee, John Nestor, or TJ Hall are going to be lined up against Jeremiah Smith. And if I'm Ohio State, I'm attacking that cornerback, too, time and time again. Probably try to get the running game going a little bit, and then take your shots deep. Because I think if Ohio State goes out there and punches Iowa in the mouth a couple of times, Iowa's offense, especially through the air right now, is not very capable of playing from behind. And Iowa's been very inconsistent as far as one good half, one bad half. You can't afford that when you're playing Ohio State. So I think they're going to try to put as much pressure on Will Howard to win the game. And like you said, it's just kind of wait and see what happens, because this Ohio State team, I wrote it on Dave's site, I think it's one of the most talented teams ever to be assembled in the modern college football era.
Whew, that is high praise. Dave, David, thank you both so much for this great breakdown. I feel way more prepared to watch this game. And you heard David mention it on his site, meaning Dave's, bucknuts.com. You can check out Bucknuts and, of course, Hawkeye Insider for the latest on both of these teams. They get you ready to go for this big matchup, but they are with you throughout the season, throughout the offseason. So check out HawkeyeInsider.com and bucknuts.com.